What's up, everybody, and welcome to Cine James Movie Talk. I am your host, Mr. Cine James himself, and today I am doing my non-spoiler review on the new horror movie, Passenger. But before we get into that, as always, you know what to do. If you like the show, you like the content, you're listening to me on YouTube, hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you're listening to me on Spotify, tap that bell, tap that follow, show me some love, and as always, I greatly appreciate all of your support. As always, before we get into my non-spoiler thoughts, let's run through some of the info on this movie. So this movie just released this Friday, May 22nd. It was directed by, I hope I say his name right, Andre Ovredal, I believe is how you say his name. He did The Autopsy of Jane Doe, Troll Hunter. He did Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and then he also did a movie in 2023 that I actually enjoyed, The Last Voyage of the Demeter, and I strongly recommend, if you have not seen that movie, give that movie a view. You will not be disappointed. I do not have any info on this movie since it just came out. I was also unable to find the budget info for this movie. So if anybody can find that, please leave it in the comments because I would really like to know. Again, I don't have any box office info on this movie. It just came out. So with all of that out of the way, let's get into my non-spoiler thoughts on Passenger. So Passenger follows our two main characters, Ty and Maddie, as they are leaving their life in New York and are traveling across country, heading out west, and they're traveling on the road in their van. They encounter a car which leads into an accident, and upon trying to help the driver in the accident, they find out that they have been marked by the demonic presence known as the Passenger. This movie has gained a viral trend on social media, and it has been labeled as a terrifying movie. And I have to say, I was bored with this movie. There wasn't anything in this movie for me that was scary or terrifying. It follows a lot of the predictable supernatural movie tropes. All of the, quote, gotcha scenes in this movie, they were predictable. You could see them coming. If you've seen the trailer, in my opinion, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen the most terrifying part of the movie. I will say this, I did like the chemistry with our two main characters, Ty and Maddie. I had a good time with them in this movie, but aside from that, there wasn't anything in this movie with the story, the plot, or anything that I was invested in at all. Again, just felt very flat to me, and it just was an overall, for me, in my opinion, it just was a boring movie that follows all of the stereotypical supernatural type movie tropes. That's really all that I have for my non-spoiler thoughts for this movie. I didn't really have a lot to say on this, other than I would say I don't recommend going to see this in theaters. This is one that you can wait to hit streaming if you want to check it out, but I would not recommend going to see this one in theaters. So that is going to do it for my non-spoiler thoughts on Passenger. Just to give you a recap of what is coming up, I am going to be releasing my non-spoiler review on the other new horror movie that came out, Obsession. I'm also going to be doing my full spoiler review for Michael. I'm going to be doing my full spoiler review for Mortal Kombat 2. And then I'm also going to be doing my discussion. I'm going to have a fun time with this one. I'm doing my discussion on the 35th anniversary of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. And then coming up here in a couple weeks, I will be doing my non-spoiler review on the new movie, Masters of the Universe. So that is going to do it for this episode. Once again, if you like the show, you like the content, you're listening to me on YouTube, hit that like, hit that subscribe. On Spotify, tap that bell, tap that follow. On social media, on Facebook and Instagram, you can follow me at Cine James Movie Talk. And as always, guys, I appreciate all the love and support. And until next time, I will see you at the box office.